So in this video, I'll be sharing my review on all the clay masks that I've used till date. Like throughout the year, I'm not that much into clay masks except during this hot, humid, sticky monsoon season. Like doesn't matter what's your skin type during this monsoon season, I'm sure you must have experienced that greasiness, that stickiness on some or other days. Like I'm experiencing that lately a lot. Then I realized, why not make a video on this? This is the perfect time and many of you might find this like helpful. Quickly want to share one thing, like doesn't matter which type of clay mask you use, from which brand you use. One thing is for sure that these clay masks work effectively in reducing the excessive oil, that greasiness, that congestion, that stickiness in your skin instantly. Like if you have applied a clay mask, once you rinse it off, you will feel that clean, oil-free skin experience. So that's the reason why especially oily combination skin love using clay mask. In case like excessive oil is one of your main reason for large pores, for acne, then using clay mask is definitely going to be very helpful in reducing the acne, like small medium size acne, and also in reducing the large pores appearance depending on how it's formulated. But in general they do have this minor exfoliating effect on your skin. If you have like very sensitive skin, very dry, very damaged, dehydrated skin, then you probably wanna limit the usage of clay masks or maybe like completely avoid them. All these clay masks that I will be mentioning, they are more or less same. They more or less all reduce excessive oil in your skin. They more or less feel calming on your skin. The difference is that some are more drying on the skin, some are less drying, some are more exfoliating in nature while some are less exfoliating, and some are more calming in nature because how they are formulated, while others are like not that effective in calming your skin. Now clay masks are very fuss-free ingredient or product. They can be used pretty much with every other thing out there, but if you have like sensitive skin, normal to dry, very dry skin, probably want to avoid clay mask with BHAs, like concentrated BHAs. You want to avoid clay mask with AHA, especially the glycolic acid. Also you want to avoid clay mask with retinol and pure vitamin C, because you see all these four ingredients that I've mentioned, the AHA, BHA, pure vitamin C and retinol, they by themselves are a bit irritating and drying on the skin. And if you have like dry sensitive skin and you are layering the clay mask with these four ingredients, you probably gonna end up with more irritated and dry out skin. Oily skin I feel still can go ahead and do this layering thing. In general, clay mask, if you're using it on your entire face, you need to keep it anywhere from at least 10 to max 30 minutes. Like usually the leave on time is mentioned on every product, but in general I feel you can leave it up to like 30 minutes. Like do not keep it for more than 30 minutes or your skin will start getting either dehydrated or completely like dried out, and then you need to just rinse it off and follow up with your rest of the skincare routine. Also I love using some of these clay masks as a spot treatment. I have dry sensitive acne prone skin, so I cannot use this clay mask very often on my face, especially during dry summer and peak winter time. Like I will end up with further dried out, dehydrated skin. Like what I do is I just take tiniest amount of clay mask, apply it on my acne. Using clay mask as a spot treatment is very helpful, especially for cystic acne or for papules, like those painful red acne which are like swollen but they don't have any like head on it. Like you can't figure out from where it might just pop up, but it's paining on the spot a lot. So for those kind of acne, if I use clay mask as a spot treatment for 2 nights or max to max like 4-5 nights, I definitely see a result. Like my acne gets flattened, the pain is like gone. I'll be mentioning all these clay masks in the order of like least to most favorite, and to be very honest, all these clay masks have pretty much performed quite well on my skin. Like none of these have ever reacted on my skin. They have done a pretty good job, but still I have decided to rate and rank them based on the subtle differences and how effective I have found them in calming my skin and in giving overall result on my skin, so that while you're picking up the clay mask for your skin type, this video makes more sense to you and is more helpful to you. The first product that I'm gonna mention in this video is probably my least favorite product. Like, it's not a bad clay mask, but compared to everything else that I've used, it's not the best one out there. So this product is the Nykaa Clay It Cool Anti-Acne Clay Mask. Like, they have lot of variants in this. They come in different color with different skin benefits. So this one is the anti-acne clay mask. It has this mousse like fluffy, airy, modeling clay mask like texture. It does have this very strong minty, eucalyptus, bit of a paint, earthy like fragrance, which sometime I do like, while other time I find it with overwhelming. Coming to its performance, because it has this very creamy, airy texture, it doesn't have gritty texture. It gets applied very nicely. You don't have to work a lot to spread it. And during the application, after the application, it gives you that very strong cooling minty sensation, which some of you might enjoy or some of you might find it annoying. Even after 2 hours of using it, I could still feel some minty cooling sensation on my skin. One thing I definitely did not like about it is it took a lot of time to get rinsed. Like, doesn't matter whether I left it for 10 minutes, 20 minutes or max to max 30 minutes, it did not dry out completely, but it felt as if it has like stuck to my skin. So I needed to rub a lot, needed a lot of water to get it rinsed, and after rinsing, it left that hydrating, moisturizing feel on the skin. Because of all this, I feel if you have sensitive skin, you probably want to skip it, because many sensitive skin, like extremely sensitive skin, do find minty cooling sensation from any clay mask or any product bit irritating on the skin. And if you have like oily to very oily skin, you probably might not enjoy it because it leaves that hydrated, moisturizing feel on the skin. Like, many oily skin people use clay mask just to get mattifying, fresh, clean effect on the skin. And lastly, I feel if you have very dry skin, again, you may or may not like it, because even though it was not drying on the skin, I did feel sometime it made my skin little dehydrated. Like, just a little bit dehydrated around eyes, like somewhere here. Like, I did not apply it on eyes, but somewhere here, also around my mouth, it did dehydrate my skin just a little bit. So this product is something which some of you might absolutely love, while other might just hate it. Otherwise, it's a nice, fun, chilled out, literally chilled out product. Also, I've noticed if I had any tiny zit, like just a tiny zit, it calmed it down because of the cooling sensation. So I did enjoy it. I personally did not have any problem, but at the same time, compared to everything else that I've used, function wise, benefit wise, it's not that great. That's why I'm gonna rate it as 3 out of 5. The next clay mask which I'll be sharing is from the Ordinary. It is the salicylic acid 2% mask. Now again, this is not a bad product, not completely useless, but I have used better clay mask. So this one has black color. It has creamy consistency, but with very fine gritty powder in it. Most of you might not even feel it unless you have like sensitive skin. So along with the clay mask, they have added 2% salicylic acid, which I feel is good and is beneficial for anyone out there who cannot use leave-in kind of salicylic acid or salicylic acid based face wash dry out your skin. To anyone out there who want to use salicylic acid based product occasionally to clear out your pores yeah, basically to clear out your pores, you can give this a try. And that's the main reason I bought it, because I have dry skin and I do use salicylic acid face wash. Most of them do work out quite well on my skin, but I cannot use leave-in salicylic acid on a regular basis. I do sometime here and then use it just to create content, just to try out the product, but salicylic acid serums are not the regular part of my skincare routine. Because I do have acne prone skin, I do feel like using salicylic acid occasionally to clear out my skin, to clear out my pores. So whenever I've used it, I did feel that it definitely gives that clean skin effect on the skin. Like if you have excessive oil in your skin, this is definitely gonna reduce it. If your pores appear larger because of the excessive oil, it will definitely reduce the appearance of large pore, and other than that I haven't really found it useful. So this next clay mask is from Isntree. It is their real mugwort clay mask with artemisia and other skin calming ingredients. So this one has creamy consistency with fine granules in it. I think these granules are of various seeds and also mugwort powder. What this exactly does is, of course, it's gonna reduce excessive oil in your skin, and if you have tiny acne on your face and if you keep it for like 10-15 minutes on your skin and then rinse it off, you will notice that next day that acne has flattened a lot and reduced in size a lot. And on cystic size acne you will not see result, but for small medium size acne you will see definitely some result next day. And also I have noticed that it does give this minor exfoliating effect on your skin, pretty much suitable for all skin types, but I feel people with combination skin and oily skin will find it most useful, and I'm gonna rate it as 4 out of 5. And this next clay mask is from Accessify. It is their mugwort pore clarifying wash off pack. Again, a clay mask with mugwort infused in it, and mugwort as one of the main ingredient. Like these two, this Accessify and this Isntree are quite similar, but there is some difference, and I'll tell you what are these differences. Like this one also helps in calming your skin. Like if you have small medium size acne, next day you will see that after 15 minutes of keeping it on your skin and rinsing it off, next day you will notice that this has calmed down, flattened that acne, and also it reduces excessive oil in your skin. And this one also gives that mild exfoliating effect because of the mugwort leaf powder in it, because of that grittiness in it. So the difference between this and this is, I find it more calming than this one. Also I find it comparatively just a bit more exfoliating than this one. Feel this Accessify mugwort mask is great for anyone out there with normal dry skin or combination skin, and this one is great for people who lean towards like oilier side. It's just that if you need strong sebum control, go for this one, and if you need a bit more calming effect, or if your skin leans towards the drier side, you probably want to try this. Because I have dry skin and I enjoyed this Accessify mugwort clay mask bit more than this Isntree one, so I'm going to rate it as 4.2 out of 5. The next 4 clay masks that I will be sharing are my absolute favorite. Like out of everything, like these 4 are definitely like my go-to clay mask for various reasons. So clay mask that I'm about to share is from Beauty of Joseon. It is their red bean refreshing pore mask. Now the name can be a bit misleading and confusing, and you will know why I am saying this. See, first of all, let me talk about its texture. It has very creamy, smooth texture with some bean powder in it. So it has that grittiness, like smooth grittiness plus some creaminess to its texture, and it gets applied very nicely onto the skin, and you need to leave it for like 15-20 minutes on an average. And when you rinse it off, the best part is it doesn't feel very like it does not dry out your skin. Like it definitely has bit of a sebum reduction, like not as much as other clay masks, but it is not drying in nature. It also mildly exfoliates your skin because of those red bean powder in it, but it does not irritate your skin. And altogether, after rinsing, I see that my skin looks very glowy, very soft, very smooth, altogether good, without any kind of dryness. So if your skin goal is getting bit of a smoothness and glow on your skin without much of a dryness, then this is the product for you. And this is why I feel this particular clay mask is great for normal skin, combination dry skin, like anyone whose skin leans towards bit of drier side, or if your skin gets dehydrated easily with other clay mask. I did feel like what if like Nykaa clay mask, this one also leaves moisturizing layer on the skin, but it does not. It gives you that refreshed feel but without any kind of dryness. So if you're looking out for something like this, this is the product for you, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I'm going to rate it as 4.5 out of 5. Next clay mask that I'll be sharing is something which I have been using from years. I first tried it out back in 2017, I guess. Yes, and since then I have gone through 1, 2, 3, I think 4 tubs. This is my 4th tub. So yes, this product is the Innisfree Super Volcanic Pore Clay Mask 2X. Like since 2017, this product has been repackaged, slightly reformulated multiple times. What I really love about this, number one, it calms your skin really well. Like if you have some skin congestion, some minor small acne, and keep it for like 15-20 minutes and you rinse it off, you will first of all instantly notice that your skin looks very clean, the excessive oil is also gone, but without much dehydration. Like it definitely has the sebum controlling property to it, but it's not that drying compared to other clay masks, but it is definitely bit drying than this beauty of Joseon. And also your pores appear a bit smaller with this clay mask. I mean, after 1 or 2 days, again they will go back to the usual size if you're not having a dedicated large pore routine. Like if you want to know what are the good products and what combination of products you need to use for your large pores appearance, then I do have a video on it. I'll link it at the top left corner or in the description box. You can check it out. But with this product, at least for next 24 hours, your pores will appear a bit smaller. And most importantly, remember, like in the beginning of the video, I told you that I do like to use a clay mask as a spot treatment to dry down my acne, to reduce pain and inflammation in acne. So this is a clay mask which I use most as a spot treatment to dry down my acne. And compared to all the clay masks, this one definitely works like magic in reducing the size of painful acne. So that's, I think, one of the main reasons why I use it. And also it does have this bit of a cooling effect on your skin, not like Nykaa one. And this clay mask is literally suitable for all skin types. Like if you have oily skin, you can use it weekly 2 to 3 times. And if you have skin type which is like normal dry, I think once or twice in a week, usually once in a week should be enough for you. And I'm going to rate it as 5 out of 5. And this next clay mask that I will be sharing is a product from one of my favorite Korean skincare brand. Like it's not a very conventional commercially available Korean brand. You won't find it easily. But I have used bunch of their products and I absolutely love them for my dry, sensitive, acne prone skin. Like their products are formulated for sensitive skin which is also like acne prone skin. Anyways, this product is the Troiareuke Acsen Pore Control Mask. It's empty now, and why I love it, because it actually works amazingly well in controlling the frequency of your breakouts. Like if you use it regularly, weekly twice or maybe just once, I think weekly twice is a good frequency irrespective of your skin type, you will see that the frequency of your breakout will go down. And if you use it on your existing acne, it does calm it down. Like, you know, whenever I've used it on my full face for 15 minutes and I rinsed it off, I did notice that my skin looked more cleaner, excessive oil, like unwanted excessive oil has also reduced, and whatever like small zit I had, they all calmed down. And plus, if I used it as a spot treatment on my any kind of acne, even the cystic acne, medium painful size acne, it did flatten them and reduce them quicker than this Innisfree one. Like it's more potent and effective. And when it comes to its texture and consistency, it has a very creamy texture. It blends very nicely onto the skin. It's not that abrasive on the skin. I think it does have, no, it's like I've used it quite long time back. Yeah, it's very creamy, and it does get rinsed very easily without, you know, leaving any residue. You don't have to rub a lot. You don't need a lot of water. So yes, altogether I feel if you have acne prone skin and you need a clay mask which controls your frequency of breakout and also calms your acne without drying out your skin much, this is the best product out there, suitable for all skin types. And I'm gonna rate it as 5 out of 5. My most favorite clay mask. It's something, you know, like this one has been so far my most favorite, but there is this one clay mask which I used very recently and I was like, now I will need a full size of it. Like once I'm like done with some of these, I mean most of these are like either halfway through or fully empty, so once I'm like done with my current stock of my clay mask, I'm definitely getting this product, like a full size of this product. Like this product is from Caudali. It is their instant detox mask to tighten the pore and to remove excessive oil, and whatever they have claimed on this product, it exactly does that. Nothing more than that and nothing less than that, exactly that. Like this one has the creamiest, smoothest texture. It's a lot more creamier than this Troiareuke one. Like in fact, if I apply this on my face and show it in your videos, many of you might think I'm applying some kind of sleeping mask or a moisturizer kind of product. It has that creaminess just like any other moisturizer. It gets applied very nicely, it gets rinsed very nicely. You don't have to rub a lot onto your skin, you don't need a lot of water. Now coming to its benefit, see, I have used it on days when my skin was a mess. By mess I mean it was very greasy, it was feeling very oily. Like I have dry skin, but due to this weather my skin has been acting up. It's been very greasy these days. That's why I'm not able to even test out viscous kind of product. I had to like hold on to every moisturizing viscous kind of product. Like I have to stop using them because they are not just working on my skin, they are making my skin even greasy and messy. So yes, I have used it on days when my skin was very greasy, and because of that greasiness I had a lot of tiny zit. My pores were literally shouting on my face. So when I tried it and I left it on for 15 minutes, it did not feel drying on my skin, and it gave that subtle cooling, calming effect on my skin. Like the cooling minty effect was not as strong as this one. It was milder than that, but you can feel bit minty cooling effect with this one. And after 15 minutes, like I've seen video of the people where they are just showing that this mask is pulling out all the excessive oil from the pore. You can literally see the round patches on the dried out clay mask. So I'm putting up the video, like you can see on my T-zone, you can clearly see like those round patches. That's nothing but the excessive oil that was trapped in my pore, that's literally been sucked out from my skin. Like you can also see that on my cheeks, these round patches are not that visible, but they are very prominent on my T-zone. Once I rinsed it off, like my skin felt so calm, so clean. Like all those tiny zits were like just flattened. I could literally feel my skin being clean and excessive oil free from inside out. And the pores were also like reduced, they were no more visible. I don't have that large pores issue, but I sometimes do get them during this weather, like due to monsoon or summer, and this effect did last for next 3 days. Like this Innisfree one pretty much does the same thing, but the effect lasts only for 24 hours. But this one, at least in my case, the effect altogether, like clean skin, less to no pores, less acne, all these things affect, like all these effects did last for 3 days. Even though this has such strong sebum control property, best part is it does not dehydrate or dry out your skin. I got this from Nykaa, but these days I'm seeing that it is out of stock everywhere. Like I'm telling you, this is one of the most famous products from the brand, and I can see why. It's totally worth the hype. So I'm gonna rate it as 5 out of 5. So next I will be reviewing some 7-8 clay masks which are like empty or almost empty, and they are like discontinued. But I'm still reviewing them in this video because you never know, sometime brand relaunch their discontinued product, and then I don't want to make a separate video on them. So this I have first and foremost, I will be sharing some 4 or 5 clay masks from Innisfree which they had previously but now discontinued. So this first one is the Innisfree Super Volcanic Clay Mousse Mask 2X. This is the mousse or can version of their standard pot version. But let me tell you, not just the packaging but the formulation was like very different of this one than this the pot version. I found it bit abrasive and very drying on my skin. That's why I barely used it up. I think it dried out and I couldn't even finish it up. So I feel like this one was a great option for oily to very oily skin who needs a clay mask for very strong sebum control effect. I'm not sad that they have discontinued it. And yes, like I don't have the product with me, I'm putting up the picture which I used like back in 2018. This one was like a peppermint version of their usual pore clay mask, and the texture of this peppermint clay mask was very similar to Access by Mugwort clay mask, and I did enjoy it. Like it had a nice cooling effect on the skin, it was also a bit calming, it did have this sebum controlling property. Altogether it was a nice stuff. I'll rate that one as 3.5 out of 5, or maybe like 3.5 out of 5. Also had this Innisfree Volcanic Calming Pore Clay Mask. Now this one, in this one, like along with their usual volcanic clay thing, they also added AHA, PHA and mericasucide. So they basically turned it into a clay mask with some exfoliating effect and also like calming effect. And it was a nice mask. It definitely like reduced excessive oil, it definitely exfoliated skin. If like you had like any, if you like, if I ever had any tiny zit, it also calmed it down. But end of the day, I preferred this one over this one. This was nice, but this is like the best one. So again, I'll rate it as like 3.8 out of 5 something. And they also had like a colored clay mask in different version. Like I just happened to find 2 tubes of it. I did have their yellow version, purple version, like so many versions. I think I had some 4 or 5 version of this colored clay mask. Like a fool, I bought so many colors. I ended up finding at least 2. These had very creamy texture compared to the Innisfree usual clay mask. Like Innisfree clay masks do have some grittiness to it, but these were the creamiest clay mask. And also like every color had different function for your skin. Like this one was for calming, like these 2 were basically for calming. But if you ask me, I found them pretty useless. Like they never did anything for your skin other than some sebum control effect, which any clay mask would do. You won't have to like especially like go and buy these. So these were pretty useless. They did not do anything. So no wonder they discontinued it. I'll rate them as like 2 out of 5. Next I have this clay mask from Sulwhasoo. It is the herbal clay purifying mask. See, this is a product which I sometimes see on few websites and then it's like gone. So I have no idea what's going on with this product. But altogether this was an amazing product to calm down the skin. It was a great clay mask for sensitive dry skin in general, because it definitely reduced that some oil in your skin but without drying out your skin, but it had very good skin calming effect. I even loved using it as a spot treatment, like for my cystic acne or painful acne, and it worked wonderfully, and I'm going to rate it as 5 out of 5. Next one is from the Aprilskin. It is their triple acid oil absorbing clay mask. So this one has 3% exfoliants all together. They had this PHA, AHA, BHA in all together 3% strength. So this one had strong sebum controlling property. This also exfoliated the skin. Yeah, these 2 were the main function of this one. And if I used it on my cystic acne, it dried it down very quickly, like compared to everything else. So I loved using it as a spot treatment, not that much for my full face because I found it a bit more drying. Bought this ordinary one because I expected this to work like this one, but this one was not that great. This one was like a better product. Last clay mask is from the Indian brand. It is the Lacuna Light Radiance Polish Clay Mask. So I think I used it few times. It's like mostly dried out. So this clay mask basically helped in reducing the excessive oil in your skin. It also exfoliated your skin because of its texture. It did have this creamy bit gritty texture. Also they added 3% glycolic acid to it, so it had this good exfoliating effect on your skin. So yeah, this was a nice clay mask. I sometimes did use it for a good exfoliation and sebum control, and I rate it as 3.5 out of 5. So that's all for this video, and I hope this video was helpful in picking the right clay mask for your skin. Like in the end, you must have also realized that all these clay masks pretty much do the same thing. They differ from each other very slightly. I still decided to make this video because there are so many clay masks in the market and not everything performs the same, and I just wanted to help introducing the confusion. So if you like this video, definitely give it a big thumbs up, do subscribe to my channel, and do turn on the notification bell icon so that you stay updated with all my latest upload, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.